smiling faces today. We're finally together. All right, well, let's go ahead and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and let's do the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it fair to all? All righty, we have a really packed agenda today, and I'm so glad that everyone's here. So, first, of course, we would love to honor Annette. If anybody gave a life of service of herself, it's Annette, and she will be forever in our hearts. And please, keep Bob in your thoughts as well.
Next week, we're actually going to have a brief remembrance here in our club, so we'll start right on time. If you know of anybody who might want to join us for that remembrance, I think as we all know, we want to reflect how our members' lives reflect the four-way test and their time with us. So I can tell you that Bob is so grateful, as is the entire family, for all your care and cards and texts and calls. He has family with him till Sunday. He's actually expecting to join us in February. To that end, just put it on your calendar that it looks like right now the memorial mass to celebrate Annette's life will be at Mother Cabrini's Shrine on Friday, January 30th. And then there will be a lunch reception that will immediately follow. That's still in pencil. I give it, Gail and Diane and I give it about a 90% chance that that's what it's going to be. But please put that date in your calendar as well.
Thank you, Kimra. All right. Who is doing guests today? All right, Jeff, come on up. I want to welcome everybody on Zoom as well. And I will let you introduce.
Hi, Jeff Stone. We have two guests that signed up. Well, actually, Connie Ning signed a guest list. She has an application in, but she just told me that her original application was lost. So we really want you as a member, but and hopefully your second application process here. Okay, got that. And did I see Trusan? I just made a note. So welcome back, Trusan. Good.
And we also have our speaker, who Chris will introduce at the end of our time. So thank you for coming. All righty. So happy New Year, everyone. It's so nice to be able to gather and be together once again. And I'm sure, hopefully most of you know that 2026 is the year of the horse. There's a lot of great things I feel that are coming from that. And whether you believe in this or not, it's a symbol of strength, energy, and independence, a year for leadership and bold action, focus on growth, opportunity, momentum, and forward progress. And I feel like as a Rotary Club, that's what we do. As we move forward, we gather together and we lead and are leaders of our communities and other communities abroad. So I hope you guys have a great 2026. Okay. I don't think our Sparkle That Inspires is here today. Dave is not here. Well, Dave Laughlin, not to he's tired his hands for bell ringing. Dave Laughlin knocked it out of the park this year for bell ringing. He goes above and beyond. And I believe at Walmart it was around $3,500, and in Evergreen at the free spots, it was $17,000 for Salvation Army. So thank you to everyone who participated. Thanks to Nick, who saved me one day when it was freezing out and helped me bell ring and bring in some money. But thank you so much. And it looks like Jenny Boshin was also out there a few times, so we have a few pictures of her, so thanks to her. Okay, Rotarians in the wild. So this is a really funny one here. This is Jennifer Herrick and Cindy Rold, our district governor, that they were on the same flight from here to Los Angeles. Jennifer was going to Australia. Cindy was going to Pasadena to work on the Rotary float. So, and they were in the same row on the plane. And then here we have, I love this picture when I got it, is Kevin McGuire. It looks like Chuck and Chris and Brenda Davis and Doug Turner all got to spend a holiday with Kevin. So I'm sure he enjoyed his visits, but thank you for the updates on that too, Chuck. And then over here, we have Bob and Carol Rose with the refugee family that we support, and they were out celebrating as well. I think, Bob, was it a birthday?
It was a birthday, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm down here.
Yeah, so exciting to see that people gathering as well. Okay, we don't have a lot on our Rotary rundown right now. We have a club board meeting the 15th of January. That will be at the fire station at 5. If you would like to join, you're always welcome. Anybody that's a Red Badger, great time to come or be on Zoom. We have a Youth Services Committee meeting here, January 16th. I'm assuming Bob, it's on Youth Services. Okay, right after the meeting. And then a community service meeting, January 21st at the fire station. Okay. So, highlights from the district. Rotary Night at the Stock Show is also January 21st. Deadline for your tickets is today.
You can call to order them.
Yeah, you can call to order them. You might get a voicemail because I had to call to make sure they actually had mine. But if you can go, it's a fun night. And you know, let me know if you're going to go, because I'm planning on it and I would love to make sure we all get together. Do you have anything, Deb?
RI chair, district chair, or RI chair, Wynn Spiller is gonna be in town that night, so.
So they're gonna have a happy hour. You'll be able to see her as well. The Centennial Denver Cherry Creek Pickleball Tournament is January 31st. And then RISE, which is a servant leadership training that Rotary puts on. I know Mindy attended it, Marianne. It's February 28th through March 28th, but registration is now open. So we'll make sure you guys, if anybody's interested, gets the link on that. And then just wanted to put it on your calendar that the Area 8 Social will be April 23rd. And this year we're celebrating RILA. Okay, did I forget something that we have coming up?
That's you did.
Lucky luau, here we are, green and gold and tiki stars. Shake your leg and stomp your feet. Irish luck and island beat. Lucky luau, shout hooray! Aloha, luck is here to stay.
Do you want to say anything about it, or we don't?
I'll say something. So, like you know, it's on Friday, March 13th is Elect Day, and we're gonna have some really fun stuff. I want to thank the people who have given me ideas, because I have very few of my own. But we have Stag Entertainment doing a little DJing. We have Polynesian dancers. We have a simulated surfboard. You're probably gonna remember that. So anyway, the single tickets are going up today.
It's there.
So I'll have Jen send out the link in the newsletter. Yep. Lucky little.
There's the QR code. We have a QR code. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. This year it's at the Elks Club. We're trying a new venue. So hopefully that'll be fun. They have a big ballroom and I hope you guys attend. You can also donate because this is our big annual fundraiser that is replacing what was done with Diamonds and Mardi Gras. So hopefully you guys will attend and bring guests. We want the community to come as well. There are a few seats in the back over here. Hi, Joan. If you want to sit down. Okay, it's birthday time. Do. All right, so Paolo was a New Year's baby. Sandra Kellogg is January 2nd. Nick is January 5th, or was.
Raise your hand, raise your hand.
Cindy Solly was January 5th. Ed, I do not
do that again.
Don't know.
Okay, it's January 7th, but anyway, we have a big one today. Rose, happy birthday. We have Jerry Benner coming up on the 11th. Lynn is back here. Her birthday is the 14th, along with Doug Griffin. His birthday is the 14th, along with Corey Vanderbeek. Wow, we should just have a party for that. Jim Wales, who is a member that was here and coming back. His birthday is the 16th. Linda Lovin, who is actually in New Mexico, but her birthday is the 18th. Scott White. What? Oh, Tim Egan. Oh my gosh, Tim Egan, the 17th. Sorry about that. He's online. We'll mail you a cupcake, Tim. And then also Scott White. Is Scott here today? This is the 22nd, and Kevin McGuire's is the 25th. So, you know, if you can, it would be great. I'm sure if you could text or email, send Kevin a happy birthday on the 25th. So happy birthday to all you guys. We also
people to play to have happy birthday.
really, do you want an encore? Encore?
Yeah, we'll do it.
We also have anniversaries. Ron Larson, I didn't see Ron. Is Ron here today? I don't think. He's probably tired from being here for 41 years. So he must have come when he was 12. Just like Bob Wallace, you've been here 32 years. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Gail Sharp, 21 years. Mary Sharon, 19 years. Did Mary come today, Doug? Okay. Linda Levin again, 14 years. Jim Kreider, 11 years. Does it feel like 30? Yeah. Greg Myers, 6 years. You know, Greg is working a lot, has the new baby, so he hasn't been able to come, but he's still a member. Mark Whipple, 4 years, and then Cindy Mazika, 1 year. So that's a lot of years. Thank you guys for being part of it. All right, now we have Happy Bucks. Happy Bucks, Happy Bucks. And by the way, someone gave change, and John Sievers was not happy about that. No change. All right, let's go. Okay, we have one back there. Who's gonna help? Yeah.
Hello. Okay, just so you know, we haven't met in a long time. I'm sure you all have some things to be happy about since the last time we met.
Would you please stand up? I would like to thank all the fire people that are up here. Did you know I have a second home in Bailey? We had a wildfire up there for this week. Luckily, it was only 4 acres. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're gonna get $20 for that.
And just so you guys know, all the Happy Bucks from now until the luau will go to the foundation for the luau.
For my happy bucks, I got $2 for, I don't know how that really works, there's $2. The electrical store was amazing. We were crazy busy. We ran almost 200 calls in 4 or 5 days. We run about 2,400 calls all year long. So not quite 10% of our calls over 4 days. Our crews did amazing work. So thank you. Nice job. So thank you.
We got one right here. Bill drove today, so I forgot my wallet, so I owe you happy bucks. But I just wanted to congratulate Mindy for her selection.
Yeah.
I had a lot of interest. She's gonna be a fabulous representative.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. I'm actually 20. I don't mind too.
I'm your speaking, but just thank you for the opportunity to show. Wow.
Here we go. I think that one here.
Okay, my happy buck is last week I was able to go up to Greeley and see the swearing in of my daughter as a new district attorney for the District 19.
Good morning. We got here a little bit late. We're visiting Rotarians. Yes, my wife Alicia and I'm Steve, and we're visiting Aspen. We actually just sold our place in Aspen and moved here a couple of months ago. And so we're excited to be here and we look forward to meeting gosh, all of you guys. Excited to be.
So this is our membership here, so we'll be back.
Welcome, look at you. Find out about this.
We're gonna be congratulating Mindy. I am too. 10 happy bucks for Mindy. You're gonna make an amazing district governor. You will, because that's my service by that. And $10, I was able to sneak in my oldest nephew and his son to surprise his younger brother on December 12th when I arrived home from Vietnam. To celebrate him becoming a major in the United States Army. And we all went to the Broncos game, all 6 of us.
Wow.
I appreciate. That not only talking my wife and rejoining Rotary, but I think we're celebrating our 50th wedding anniversary.
Really happy about some busy. To me, we didn't really talk about what the luau dollars go towards, and they go towards the foundation. So you can pick individual things, and you can also, this is how we fund all of our projects for the year. So this is a big deal. So with that, could I have a show of hands of who's already donating? Well done.
All right, we have that, and then we'll, anybody else? Oh, can you go back here? Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Mark.
I've got 26 happy bucks because my team at UBS just won Best in State from Forbes for Best Wealth Management Team over in Virginia.
All
So,
right.
there you go.
I have 20 happy bucks. My daughter Leah, the older, who used to visit Rotary with me when she was in middle school. Yeah, and high school. And she just was elected to the Wall Township, New Jersey School Board, following in her dad's footsteps, who did the same thing. Wow.
Happy bucks online. I'm looking for hands. Anybody? All right.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. Okay, now we have a new member introduction. Come on up, Megan and Jim. And Jim, we need a picture of you online. So yes. Okay, then Carolyn's gonna take one and you're gonna have to go with what you get.
Okay. Okay. This is the time where we induct our new members. So the first Friday of the month, we're doing our monthly January 1st of the year, 2026 induction of our 2 newest members. As you all know, Megan Mitchell joined us about a month ago. She is here. We're going to induct her. Super excited. And then Jim Wales is returning to our club. We're going to induct him back in. Okay. As you know, you can join in because I know you all know this. Okay. Megan and Jim, it is a great pleasure on behalf of the board of directors and members of the Rotary Club of Evergreen to welcome you as a member. We welcome you not only for the fine fellowship we will share, but also for the dedication to the community. Rotary is not a political organization, but all Rotarians are vitally concerned with everything pertaining to good citizenship and the election of good men and women into public office. Rotary is not a charitable organization, yet its activities exemplify the charity and the sacrifices that one should expect from people who believe that they have a responsibility in helping others. Rotary is not a religious organization, but is built on those eternal principles that have served as the moral compass for people throughout the ages. Rotary is an organization of business and professional people pledged to uphold the highest professional standards. Rotarians believe that worldwide fellowship in international peace can be achieved when people unite under the banner of service.
Megan and Jim have been chosen for membership in the Rotary Club of Evergreen because your fellow members believe in you, in the community you represent, the character and service that you will offer to our club. We accept you as a member of our club and welcome your commitment. Fellow Rotarians, please help me welcome our newest members.
Well, thanks for having me. This has been something I've wanted to do forever. And as everybody's told me, this is where life gets, so thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, for welcoming back. First time I was in here, I was a banker, now I'm a realtor. So times have changed, I've been before you get back involved.
Okay, Ryan, would they like to come up?
All right, so we've already made some cash off Mindy today, but let's bring her up. Mindy, come on up.
So Kurt Harris, would you please join me? So if you didn't catch it during Happy Bucks, Mindy is going to be the district governor for 5450. And I know it feels like a long time away, 28 and 29. So to kind of get you ready, Kurt, would you come over here and help me dress Mindy, please? Yeah. Mindy, we know that dressing up is not your gig, but we're doing it anyway. Because that's really, you've taken one for the team. So Kurt was a district governor during the pandemic for our club. And he was our club's first district governor. And Mindy will be our club's second district governor. So can you put that on? Yes. Because being a district governor is a lot of work, isn't it, Kurt?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a lot of work. Yeah. So we have some construction, some work outfit, because we know that, let's be honest, Rotary, it's a lot of emails, it's a lot of meetings, it's a lot of Zoom. It's a lot of love, but it's also a lot of work. So just to encourage you and to help you manage the stress, we have some stress building blocks for you. We have a dump truck when things just seem a little thick. All right, a dump truck. A little magic ducky for when you want to delegate work to no one who will take it. And lastly, if you would open this, a fabulous boa with which just to bring our joy and special brand of fun to the district. So let this be the first time. Let us please stand in honor our district governor-elect.
They say you should never give a district governor a microphone, a past district governor a microphone, but I'm gonna hand it to you for a few words.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you all for your support. Thank you, Kurt, for meeting for coffee and not talking me out of it. I've got a lot of challenges ahead of me. I've got a lot of learning to do. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support of this club. I'm going to do the best I can to represent you to the best of my ability.
I hope you'll wear that to your first meeting. All right, now we have a pot to the cause. Lori is going to talk to us about Rotary Wildfire Risk.
Surprise. All right, I forgot I had the. Okay, no problem. Do I
should for you.
Okay, good morning. Today I want to give you an overview of Rotary Wildfire Ready, what we've accomplished, and where we see our efforts going forward. In 2019, the Rotary Club of Evergreen started Rotary Wildfire Ready, and this was in light of a huge fire that happened in Palisades, California. In seeing the need of our own community to improve its safety and education, we started this program. When we started, wildfire education materials were practically non-existent from our county and from the state. So we had to develop best practices materials, which we have done, which include our website, our brochures, app, dioramas, and more. We have created partnerships with the Colorado Forest Service and most of our local fire departments. County organizations were also thrilled with the materials that we have provided for them. Through the efforts of Evergreen Rotary. Next slide. Through the efforts of Evergreen Rotary, our materials have been handed out to thousands of residents, local fire departments, neighborhood ambassador groups, HOAs, and other Rotary clubs. Since we began we've handed out over 16,000 printed brochures in 2024 alone. And our digital, we can flip to the next slide. And our digital brochures have been viewed over 850,000 times. Wow. We created a best practices website that has been recommended by the Colorado Forest Service and our local fire departments and receives 10,000 new viewers every year. We also created an education app, which you can then have for free on either an Apple or Google Store app store. Our dear friend Chuck Ridings bought an old fire truck and donated it to our club, which we then in 2020 transformed it into a mobile education lab, which has been toured over 14,000 people at events in Jefferson, Park, Arapahoe, and Boulder counties. We have received endorsements for our efforts from all our local fire departments, Colorado State Forest Service, Fire Adapted Colorado, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and emergency management teams. With our success in educating our community, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office contacted us and has been using our materials as a base for creating their own Jefferson County wildfire education materials. They have been able to hire 5 new wildfire educators with $1 million budget this year to get the word out to all the Jefferson County residents. Their team met with Cindy Latham, Amy Dubel, and myself last month to discuss their plans to emulate our materials, start covering local events with their team, and provide materials to local fire departments, neighborhood ambassadors, and HOAs. In other words, they're going to take over what our education efforts, over the educational efforts and materials that Rotary Wildfire has been delivering to Jefferson County for the last 6 years. Our initial assessment was dismay, but we realized that with their new funding and team, they will be much better off reaching more people in Jefferson County than we have. We now see this as a win-win situation, as the Sheriff's Office is going to be utilizing our best practices and repurposing our materials to reach out to more people. We embrace this new development by refocusing our efforts to expand our outreach to Rotary Wildfire Ready to surrounding communities and to other Rotary clubs in Colorado and in the Western United States. There you go. All right. Towards this end, we launched a new website at the district conference last October, and it's called Rotarians for Wildfire Readiness. This website provides a step-by-step instruction for other Rotary clubs to implement our program as one of their own community service projects. We are planning to expand our outreach to Rotary clubs in Colorado and the Western United States. How can you be involved with Rotary Wildfire Ready? Locally, you can join as an ambassador to the Evergreen Fire Department or whatever fire district you have. I want to shout out to Jeannie Myers. She just was recognized by Evergreen Fire District as one of the top ambassadors for all of her work that she did in Troutdale this last year. And then also, we're looking for people to help us with outreach to other Rotary clubs, whether that is making introductions, making presentations, and the like. And we're also looking for people to help us with our materials, our social media outreach, and other enhancements. So we're having a planning meeting on January 20th. We'd love to welcome you to come join us. I'll have more details next week. And on that note, one of Rotary's pillars is to help save lives. And Rotary Wildfire Ready is very proud of all, and it's all about that. And we hope you will join us.
I want to thank Lori for taking over Wildfire Ready. I know when Cindy left, it was kind of a blow to everybody, and Lori has stepped up and was not expecting the things that have happened since she's taken it on. So Lori, thank you, and please, you guys, join the committee, help out. It's going to look different than it did last year, the year before. So please, let's help her out. So thank you, Lori, and thanks to Amy too. I know she was supposed to be here, but. Okay, for a little bit over on time, does anybody have any general announcements? Okay, run.
Big thing. Kimberly and I are circulators for 3 common sense initiatives, sponsored by Protect Colorado Kids. Some of you probably heard of them already. There's no parole for anyone convicted of buying or selling a child for minor or a minor child for sex. No boys and girls sports or locker rooms, and irreversible gender surgery for minors under 17. If you're interested in signing, I've got the petitions today. We'd love to have some more support. It's going to be an initiative that's going to go into the ballots in November.
Just a quick announcement, World Denver's International Women's Day is going to be on March 6th. There's going to be some invitations going out to some of the presidents of our local Rotary clubs because of our connection with the World Affairs Challenge. And the former president of Costa Rica, Laura Chinchilla, is the keynote speaker and I am co-chair. Hope to see you there.
It is a fantastic event.
You just can't compete.
Hey, our dinners and the shelter are going great. It's such a wonderful service. And the one is coming up this Tuesday.
Really excited about it. So thank you to all of you for volunteering to cook or serve. And yeah, we're about halfway through the season. So this has been an incredible project.
And we're going to send out the sign up genius again because in the next 4 months, I guess we do this till April, there are some slots to fill. Whether you want to cook and be part of the cooking team, or whether you want to serve and be part of the team that's there that evening and dining with the guests. It's a wonderful service project, as you know, as you've been doing this for a long time. Anyway, please join us. We'll send out the sign up genius. You'll be glad you did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Okay, let's get to our speaker. Chris, do you want to introduce?
Yes, sure. Well, I'm very excited to have Mark McIntosh. He's the chair of the Denver Transplants Games coming up this June. He's actually one of the most inspiring international events that I was unaware of, so I'm very excited about this. It's a 6-day sports event and wellness festival. It's been going on every 2 years since 1990. It's expected to bring about 12,000 visitors to our state, and it's considered to be one of the largest celebrations of life in the world. For Mark, he's a 40-year long-term Denver sports and media personality. Some of you guys know him from work. I'm sure this can talk to him on lots of stuff for a long time. He's a community advocate, and it's a wonderful opportunity to be a proud Coloradans to use the transplant games as a springboard to restoring Colorado's status as the nation's healthiest state. I'm going to turn it over to Mark for a little bit short on time, but welcome, Mark. Thank you.
Well, we are short on time, and so I hope you find what I have to say interesting enough.
that you might hang around for a little bit, but I really appreciate this and what a fantastic group this is. And who had the birthday on January 9th? Whose birthday is today? My father would have been 95 years old. So you look like a good, but as a man of faith, I feel so blessed to have a new lease on life. And I just thank you for this opportunity to share how the host committee, we truly believe that these transplant games could be the springboard to a healthier Colorado. So I came to Denver in 1988 as a sportscaster channel. And back then I hosted the Bill McCartney show, Rick Eliza show, Gary Barnett's show. I covered 3 Broncos Super Bowls, 2 of them were victories. Who knows this year, the Broncos this year, huh? Hey, I got a buy. And then, as the gentleman over here said, I changed the tires. I went over to Channel 9. After 20 years of Channel 4, I went over to Channel 9 for 4 years. I co-hosted a show called Colorado and Company. Anybody in this room watch Colorado and Company? Yeah. And it's funny, when I was a sports person, everybody wanted to come up and talk sports. But when I switched over and I was co-hosting Colorado and Company, geared more toward women, women would approach me like in the grocery store or something. And this is my co-host right here, Denise Bland. And they'd go, tell Denise to never wear that lipstick again. That's just what I started. I was going, okay, sure. And then they'd always go, oh, and are you two married? Well, no, she's younger than my 2 ex-wives. I was trying to get straight at them. But then I changed the tires again, my television career, and I started Victory Productions. It's a small little nonprofit. It's basically me. It's my ministry. We work with the Denver Rescue Mission, a program called the Stronger Cord, work with guys in the New Life program. I'm real proud to be the chair of Scholarship Fund at NSU Denver in honor of Earth Brown. People here probably remember Earth Brown, right? Yeah, you mentioned. And then, given my health issues the last 3 years, I started Drive for 5. Drive for 5's mission is to try to get 5,000 more live organ donors and to keep 5,000 people from falling into end-stage renal disease because it's a major problem in the States. So Drive for 5 is really born in a gas station. This is Circle Conoco down in the part of Denver where I live, and this is Steve. And Steve and I have got to be buds, and when I get to gas up, I go in there, I give him grief, he gives me grief. It's kind of like what's going on in this room. And I walked in one day and he said, you look like crap. Your face is falling off your head. And I could tell he was serious. And so I went to my doctor and I went, I'm not feeling that great lately. I'm losing weight and I'm not sleeping well. I'm going to the bathroom all the time and there's a lot of foam in my urine. And he goes, we're testing your kidneys. So they tested my kidneys and found out my kidneys were failing. So that's my health commentary for the day. If you're losing weight, you're not trying, you're waking up all the time and you're going to the bathroom and there's foam in your urine, get to your doctor because your kidneys are not working properly. Kidney biopsy reveals I have a rare blood cancer called amyloidosis. Anybody here ever heard of amyloidosis? I know there's a doctor in the house, so he does. But it was destroying my kidneys. So I was immediately thrown into chemo to fight off the blood cancer, but dialysis because it had destroyed my kidneys. So you chain a journalist to a machine 3 times a week for 4 hours, you start digging and you find out we have got a growing kidney crisis in America. We've got 100,000 people in America sitting on kidney transplant lists. We only get about 35,000 a year, and it's getting worse. We have 500,000 people in America today on dialysis. It's projected to go to 1 million in the next decade. Why? Our diets and lifestyles. High blood pressure, diabetes, and excessive weight are absolutely horrible for your organs. And so we have got to get healthier, right? So I just started talking about this stuff. And I also learned through my time in dialysis, it disproportionately affects communities of color. 3 times a week for 4 hours, I had 6 other people that got dialysis at the same time. We became like a family. Amber, Jackie, John, Elizabeth, Joyce, Maria, and Mac. All of my friends were of color and poor, arriving to get this treatment by Medicaid. You know, you see those metal rides and all that stuff out there. And it just hit me right between the eyeballs. Oh my gosh, I've been around communities of color my whole life. As an athlete, I went to college on an athletic scholarship. My teammates were of color. You know, as a sportscaster, I was always interviewing people of color. You know, and now as a community advocate with the work we do, this is breaking my heart. So we got to do something about it. So started writing about it, talking about it, and that drew the attention of the Transplant Life Foundation out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. They've got some magazines they put out a magazine. They also have online stuff, but they've been running these games since 1990. Games have been around since 1990, held every other year. So this will be the 19th Transplant Games of America. They were originally supposed to go, there's 21 competitions, they're right over here, you can see them all. 21 competitions for people like me, a recipient, or a donor, or a deceased donor family member. We compete for gold, silver, and bronze. They've got some medals out there, you can see. And then there's all kinds of events around. It's a 6-day sports and wellness festival that's considered the largest celebration of life in the world. And we're hosted it in Denver in summer, from June 18th through the 23rd. These games were supposed to go to Jacksonville, Florida, but Jacksonville hired a new mayor who came in and slashed the city budget 25%. And so the Transplant Life Foundation's going, okay, what are we going to do? They got word of this knucklehead former sportscaster out in Denver who's become a big advocate for organ donations and wellness, called me up and said, hey, we'll bring 12,000 people to town. And I got to thinking about it. It's my story. It's my city and state that I love. We have a chance for the first time to host the largest celebration of life in the world. Let's go. It's like happy birthday, Colorado. So we put together a team. I know that's echoing. Should I stand in one place here? No. We put together a host committee team, and we came up with a plan, and our plan has 4 stages. We're going to celebrate, honor, educate, and inspire. Celebrate. We're going to celebrate life. It's been very challenging in this community, given what happened. But let's never forget that, we're alive, and let's go out there and try to make a difference. And so this is a buddy of mine. He got a liver transplant about 3 years ago. He's a hillbilly from West Virginia. He's part of Post Command Roger Harrison. So we're going to celebrate life, but then we're going to honor those that. This is my donor, Kathy Hitchcock. She's 68 years old. Well, she'll be 70 this October. She was 68 when she donated. When I hugged her for the first time, realizing her kidney sits right here, and it's given me a whole new lease on life. I got 2 kids, and my first grandchild was due in about 2 months. When I hugged her, I can remember my kids burst like yesterday, but it was a similar feeling. So we're going to honor those people that are willing to, they check the box, or they're willing to be a live organ donor, and then the healthcare industry. Thank you, UC Health, for diagnosing my problem and treating. Thank you for sending us for the dialysis. Thank you, Advent Health Board. And for all the people that work. Do we have any caregivers in here? I know we had a doctor here, but they become like family. I spent a lot of time with nurses drawing my blood. And I just so admire what you all do, because you're seeing a lot of people who are very, very sick. So just thank you. So we're going to, all right, but here's the meat and potatoes. We're going to educate. And this is the part that gets me so excited. We're going to educate Americans about organ donation and wellness. And we're going after the kids. There's an organization out of St. Louis called SODA. It stands for Student Organ Donation Advocates. They've been around for 12 years. They have about 120 chapters around the country. We've got 2 in Colorado. We got one at Cedar Boulder. And then we started, the host committee, we started one at MSU Denver. Our goal in the next 5 years, we want to have 25 more soda chapters. So they're on college campuses and on high school campuses. So we can start a soda chapter at Evergreen High School. It could maybe be part of the healing process that suddenly these kids are going into the middle school level, their peers and others, and educating people about organ donation and wellness. And we're asking them to also challenge it. I left my phone over there. But these kids, high school kids, college kids, they're telling everybody, hey, we got to put down the phone and pick up the things. And they spend like 7.5 hours a day on these things. And think about it. You put down those phones, more time to exercise. Put down those phones, more time just to relax. Our kids, our kids, they need to relax. Put down those phones. You could go out and serve others. Because our kids today, they don't really know how to communicate. This is how we communicate. We get out into the community and serve others like you all beautifully do. I mean, so that's all part of our strategy. And that's going to last for a decade. I'm going to need some financial help for these games that I'll talk about in just a second. But you have my solemn word that for the next 10 years, our goal, we want to have 50 soda chapters around the state, in college towns and in high schools, if we can start one here. So we're really going after the kids, and then we're going after us. My donor was 68 years old. I got a buddy who's 69 who's getting ready to donate. I just had lunch the other day with a 73-year-old woman who shared her spare. Now she's off on a trip to Antarctica. We need to educate people that you can share a spare kidney. You can share a lobe of liver. It'll grow back. Your liver will grow back. So we're trying to educate people, and all we're asking people to do right now, just get tested. Go to the National Kidney Registry. Just Google that on your phone. National Kidney Registry, and just get tested. It's free because we have this growing kidney crisis in America. The government will pay for you to test to see if you can be a donor. It's not easy to donate. You got to be in pretty good shape. The gate is narrow. But at least get tested. And here's the great thing. Even if you decide it's not for me, or the doctors say you can't, you might save your own life because you get this thorough exam. And you might discover that you've got an illness or disease you had no idea. And so the life you save, it might be your own. So that's basically the plan. We're going to the youth and we're going to older Americans, and we're trying to educate them about organ donation and wellness. Does that make sense? Make sense? Okay. How can you help? You can volunteer. We need volunteers. 6-day sports and wellness festival, 21 competitions, all kinds of special events. We need volunteers. And all this stuff will be at Transplant Games of America, by the way. You can participate. Anybody here receive an organ like I have? Have you donated? Anybody here donate? Thank you. Thank you. When, can I ask you when?
10 years ago.
You donated?
Yeah.
A
In
kidney?
2015, and we just celebrated 10 years. That counts half a liver.
Way to go. And your liver grew back?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Give that guy a hand. This guy saved somebody's life. And you look pretty damn healthy.
We're gonna deal with it probably.
Well, in your school, so the way it is today, when you did it 10 years ago, and things have changed a lot in 10 years. It's just rapid. You hear about, artificial pig kidneys and all. I mean, a lot of stuff's happening in these transplants things. But, so many people don't realize and know. They say you get tested and you decide to donate. you can designate, that's like a get out of jail free card for your family. You could say, take it, I know somebody could use it. And then you can have that, so let's say that one of your children, one of your grandchildren, suddenly were born with kidney issues or something. It gets them a ticket. So even if you just give, and just take it, you can then put yourself so your family has a chance. So anyway, you can participate. All this is at Transplant Games. You can support us. We're registered, the Denver Host Committee, we're a registered 501c, we're a nonprofit. So you can go, again, just go to Transplant Games of America, or you can get on that there. And you can support us. And then you can sponsor. As the host of the chair committee, it's my job to raise $1 million. I've raised about 300,000. The games are in 5.5 months. And so we could use some help. And we've got, at the $25,000 level, it's called silver. So we've got what we call Operation Sterling Silver. And we're going to communities, like I spoke in Hartford yesterday. The community of Evergreen, I know it comes together for a lot of things. Foundations that are active, businesses, philanthropic groups, individuals. What do you say we all come together, one heartbeat, and donate $25,000, knowing long-term, given the commitment I've given you for the next 10 years, we start the soda chapter at Evergreen and we do other things down here. We're going to be out there for the next decade talking about organ donation and wellness. So the long-term benefit, hopefully, might be worth the soda sponsorship. So we can talk about that later. Anyway, here's, again, Transplant Games of America. You want to talk about the sterling silver. You know how to get a hold of them. Okay, this is kind of our buzzword. The host committee's buzzword. It's not actually a word, it's an acronym. SWOCHE. Whenever something good happens, you walk up and say, hey man, Nick, SWOCHE. What the hell is that? See what others can't envision. And on behalf of the host committee, we see that these games, 6-day sports and wellness festival, bringing 12,000 people to town. It can be the kickoff to a decade-long crusade to educate people about organ donation and wellness. I close with this. A lot of Buff fans. How many Buff fans we got? We got some Buff fans. I know we got, so I've been talking about stuff. Well, Bill McCartney, tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of Coach Mack's death. And Coach Mack, I hosted his coach's show. We became good friends. I was one of his caregivers till his final days. And so we get together every Friday. Fridays with Mac. We'd hang out. And I'd talk about what we're doing with homelessness, what we're doing with education, what we're trying to do with organ donation and wellness. And Mac, every once he could still, he died of Alzheimer's. He slowly kind of slipped away from us, but he was still pretty sharp. I'd be sharing about all this kind of stuff. He'd just look me in the eye and say, Mac, don't you ever forget something. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best. I said, okay, cool, sure. As a 67-year-old man who has a new lease on life, and from the entire host community, I invite you all to join us as we do our best to use this summer's 6-day sports and wellness festival as the springboard to a healthier Colorado. Thank you for hanging around.
We have questions. Lots of questions.
Yeah, that means you gotta go with them. I'll stay. Okay.
What financial barriers do you guys run into, especially for insurance company, Medicare, et cetera, et cetera?
The insurance barriers to get a transplant.
Yeah, would become a deterrent.
Well, it does, that's And I've become, little did I ever think I'd be starting lobbying in Washington the first time so I'm back there lobbying for better policies. Because one of the things that hurts low income people that are working blue collar jobs, they might have a loved one who needs a kidney transplant and they would possibly be able to help. They can't take time off. And so suddenly the communities that need the help most are communities of color are being ravaged by in-stage renal disease. And people within that community, some would like to help, but they can't. And then the other thing that we struggle with in communities of color is they don't trust the healthcare system. And by the time they find out they got problems, it's too late. We can sit here and talk about this for hours, but yeah, I think that's, yes.
This has always been a major point of frustration for me. Why is it not an opt-out system rather than an opt-in system? And I think opt-out, you're right, that's why you go to the bottom of the list.
Politics. So I've been lobbying at state level in Washington for the End Kidney Deaths Act. The End Kidney Deaths Act would offer a $50,000 tax credit to anybody willing to just share their spirit. You know, I know we got a problem. They think it's selling organs. And we're going, that's crazy. It's not easy to donate. You just can't walk in and say, oh, hey, and it's a tax credit spread out over 5 years. And it would save like 100,000 lives in the 10-year pilot and save us taxpayers because we pay for end-stage renal disease. Save us billions of dollars. And we give tax credits for a lot of things, but we won't give somebody a tax credit for saving somebody else's life. That's right. The first time I was in Washington, I texted one of my buddies. I'm walking the hallowed halls and marble walls. This is where the sausage is made. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, I have a suggestion for a great promotional video for organ donation. And this is for everyone in our room. Have you seen the movie Return to Me?
No.
Return to Me is my favorite movie of all time. I've watched it 10 times, but it's about organ donation. You will laugh, you'll cry. It is an amazing story. And at the very end, it tells you where you can go to make an organ donation, and also to make sure on the back of your driver's license, and you can put down a little spot that says, I would like to donate my organs.
Yeah.
But Return to Me, you guys will love the movie.
Yeah, you can find all that. Just go to Transplant Games of America. You'll find all the stuff that you need, like, to get registered and all that stuff. One thing I want to point out, we want everybody in this room to check the box. But please understand, less than 4% of those ever get used. Why? You have to die in a controlled setting. And it's getting better, but that's where we're asking others to take the next step, get tested, and if you can. So, yes.
Thank you for what you're doing. Sorry, no problem. Thanks for what you're doing. It's funny, my wife's in kidney failure. And so I went this year to get tested last year, to get tested to see if I could get it. And it's actually very hard.
Yeah.
So as a healthy person that does CrossFit 4 days a week, eats simple, right? I got a little gut, but it's very hard. I mean, I had 3 arteries going into my kidneys, so I can't give. We've had full outpouring of just support from friends and a lot of people in this room, but it's weird. We've had like the 3rd person now of friends get to that final stage and they can't give either. So it's not like everyone can do it. So what you said of just going to check the box, see if you can even donate, they do a full screen. I mean, they looked at everything on me, which is pretty cool just to know what's going on in your body, but you might not be able to give. And so I appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just trying to be obedient when God's called me to. Thank you. Is your wife on dialysis?
Not yet. She's at
Good.
50%. Feels great.
Okay.
And we hope to
Yeah.
another friend.
Prayers for you. What's your wife's name?
Tara.
Tara. God.
What can you give when you can't give anything else to your whole body? Your whole body is no longer They're gonna give anything, because nobody wants it.
Well, you know what? So. Marcia?
Yeah.
Can I ask how old you are?
95.
Well, you know what? So you're okay. This is, I told him this story earlier.
Nobody wants it.
Well, so true story. There was a 91-year-old man donated to another 91-year-old man. They were like lifelong buddies. And the doc said, yeah, I mean, if you take his kidney, you probably got 3 or 4
But my
years.
kidney, nothing's good.
Well, for another 91-year-old that's been his buddy, I mean, so you're right, but I love your attitude.
Well, Mark, thank you so
Oh,
much. Thanks
thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you. One final thing, even, if you know of any other groups, business groups, civic groups, faith-based groups that would like to hear this message, I really appreciate it. Thank you all. Thank you all. Great.
Thank you. Also, Rotarians are trying to eradicate polio. And so for speaking today, we will give 60 doses of the vaccine in your name. So thank you. Sure. All right, guys. So thank you. Great year. Go out and unite for good. Thank you so much.